You know what, Geeta? That Arrowhead water's good.
Yeah.
But that sparkling water's pretty good too, man. Get you some of that sparkling.
Don't sleep on that sparkling water.
Don't sleep on that sparkling water.
Game high. Game high 30 points.
Keep searching. Keep searching.
Keep searching.
Something gonna land one of these days.
Keep on reaching. Let's go inside the locker room. Someone's with Allie Austin, I believe.
Sparkling water is good, man.
Austin, just starting with the stretch that you guys are in right now, obviously no excuses, but what stood out to you most about this one and the job you guys were able to do?
I just thought we, played hard, stuck to the game plan, and we continue to build that chemistry, and I think you can tell by the way we're playing. Everybody's sharing the ball. Luka obviously causes so much, havoc for teams' defenses that the majority of the time you got to blitz him, and then you're playing 4-on-3. So it's just a fun brand of basketball, and after a long road trip that we was really bad on, it's good to get home and get back to winning.
I know you talked to the guys in the studio about the 34 assists, but just in terms of the overall chemistry, without two of your starters, for example, how are you guys able to kind of make it seem so seamless?
I think it's just a next man up mentality. We got a lot of guys in here that know how to play basketball, and I think when you do create some type of an advantage, it just becomes about making the right play, and I feel like we've done that the last couple nights. So it's fun.
They don't often rely on you to have to score a lot. Tonight you had 30. What would you like to have that kind of an offensive game?
It's fun. I mean, I really just like winning at the end of the day, regardless of what they ask me to do. Like to win, and that's really the fun part about team sports is winning.
What's the thought getting Denver again so quickly after playing them to the last minute there last week?
We know we're going to come in and they're going to, be prepared, and it's going to be a war like it always is. They're a really good team that has really good, players that play really good together, and I feel like we have the same, and we got to be locked in and ready to compete on both ends.
Have the last couple of years postseason matchups, does that bring a different regular season feel to the game?
I don't think so. I think every game is, different, but you have the same mentality going in, and it's win. Obviously, they've kicked our ass the last couple, postseasons, and we want to return the favor, but you want to beat everybody you play.
All right, here it is. Yeah, speaking of everyone you play, Western Conference standings. So the Rockets had a crazy comeback at the end against Philly, went to overtime and they won. So they didn't jump up to that 2 spot, tied with the Nuggets, who had a huge win, sitting some guys on the road against Golden State. The Grizzlies lose to Sac. The Warriors lose, and the Timberwolves lose. So the Lakers move into that 4th spot briefly, 42-25. Big one coming up against the Nuggets on Wednesday. So James, Rob, Brez, this is kind of that time of year. I mean, 15, 16 games left, depending on the team. And every single one's going to count, and it's going to change every night. But the jockeying has started.
Yeah, the juggling down there in the standings, it really gets interesting down the stretch here. But, the one thing I think the Lakers are aware of, they are aware of where they are. Even with players out, they're playing solid basketball, and I think they're ready to take on the challenge of, staying right in that top 4 would be nice. You know what I'm saying? You get some home court advantage early. So, yeah, you get LeBron, Rui back, then you make a strong case down the stretch of trying to win some games to position yourself to be where you need to be in the playoffs.
It's so important. A lot of times guys are like, well, we don't care where we are in the seeding. When you have a major trade as the Lakers, you're still developing, that rhythm. And so what's better, be at home where you can get good practice time on your court. And so that's the rhythm that I'm looking for these guys to develop, because we said it earlier that Luka's still getting in shape. We still don't have 2 starters back. So that's going to be vital, because they're missing some significant time because they've been out. So they need to get back into playing shape. So they need some home court cooking going on.
It's been 5 years since they were the higher seed in a playoff series. Yeah. I mean, that year, it was the bubble. So it wasn't really a home court series, right? So it's time for them to be a top 4. No more playing. Looks like they're going to avoid that. You know, it's not guaranteed, but now you got to salt away that top 4. And Geek, just a couple weeks ago, they were 2. And then a couple days ago, they were down to like 5. And now, you know, you can slowly, or quickly, I should say, move up or down in this in the top 5, top 6 in the West. Outside of number 1, obviously, OKC's got it salted away pretty much. They're going to clinch in like a week, the number 1 seed. It's crazy.
Yeah.
How they play.
I'm with you too, Rob. Like
it's unbelievable.
It does matter, and it's okay to say that it matters because the Lakers are one of the best home teams in the league. So you want to be home.
It matters, and you know when during the season when you have to travel, 82-game schedule, sometimes it's good to go on the road and band his brothers and get away from the distraction. During the playoffs, it is great to be at home.
Yeah, man.
I'm telling you, want to be at home around your comfortabilities and your bed. It makes a big difference.
You know, as I said, think about it, I always laugh at when guys say, oh, it doesn't matter where we are. And it's about 95% of those guys that say that never won a championship. I'm like, yes, it does matter where you are. It makes it a lot easier.
Can I say that next time someone says it to me and I'm interviewing them?
Yes.
I say, well, by the way, Rob has.
Yeah, just say, hey, have you won a championship? See, Robert already told me you was one of those 95. So, yeah.
It matters. All right, more to come on Axe. Did his job out there, and he found a way to get to the free throw line. That's what the best scorers, you know, all-time scorers do, right? If you don't have it going from the field, you're going to get to the free throw line 13 times.
Yeah, you know, Kobe was really good at this. When he was not shooting well, he'd find a way to stay involved in the game. He'd get rebounds. He'd find Powell in the post for easy buckets. You know, the good guys, like you said, do have a way of finding little ways to contribute. And Luka, he's had a couple poor shooting nights at Crypto.com Arena. Just a few weeks ago, he was lamenting to me and a couple of their media guys, I'm not shooting well here. You know, I'm new in this building. I got to figure it out. Well, he did. You know, he's had some really good shoot nights there. Tonight, not one of them, but the 14 assists. I mean, that's a catalyst for so many other ways to score. It was impressive, despite the poor efficiency.
Agreed. Look, the guy, he went to the line 13 times.
A lot of free 13 times.
And the Lakers had 18 total. So he was the bulk of that. So, look, if he's not knocking down shots, he's getting to the line. If he's not doing that, he's distributing the basketball. Luka will find a way to be a contributor of the game. If he has a subpar game, he's still going to be contributing somewhat with his size and his ability. So just having him on the floor is a key. Having the ball in his hands, he's such a great decision maker. Make things happen. So we like it.
All right, let's hear from J.J. Redick. He speaks with Mike.
Xin chào tất cả mọi người đã quay trở lại với kênh của mình. Ngày hôm nay mình sẽ tiếp tục hướng dẫn các bạn làm vòng. Vòng hôm nay của mình sẽ có tiêu đề là quả ớt. Mọi người, hôm nay vòng của mình sẽ có tiêu đề là củ khoai. Bây giờ mình bắt đầu làm nhé. Khổ quá. Mọi người, đây màu xanh,